Alright, guys. Alright, we're here for I don't know what episode it is, honestly. But it's gonna be a good episode. Every episode is a good episode. It's the mindset we gotta keep. That is through a snowball. So we've got our happy guest here. But today we are going to start constructing the librarian house. The house of the librarians. It'll be sat atop this mountain. And it will contain the librarians with every enchant in the game, excluding, of course, the enchants you can't trade for, and also the curses. I have no use for the curses. This will be a single-player world, so no use for the curses there. But yeah, so I'm gonna. Well, first thing we gotta do, we gotta get wood. So I'm gonna pause this video. I'm probably gonna have to go make a new axe. And I'm gonna go deforest some stuff. All right, guys. So I've come back, and I've gotten some wood. As you notice, I have oak wood now. I'm going to integrate that into the flooring. However, I've kind of realized this environment is quite harsh to work in, and I'm gonna have to do a lot of terraforming. However, I still do want this house up here. So I'm going to put it up here. So I'm going to start building it. And if you'll notice, I am trying to make the videos more focused on the actual thing we're trying to accomplish in the video. And way less of, oh yeah, I'm just getting the materials. Because, well, to be honest, who wants to see that? So I'm going to try and find a relative Y level. We can put this out. I'm looking at Y111 right now. I think it's going to be the best place. So, if we're going to have... Let's see. I'm thinking I'm going to give the villagers these suites, and there's going to be a just section that they live in. I'll, fence it off, and this is where they're going to live. But if you'll notice, there is part of this village up here, so I'm going to have to put it more over here. And there is a ravine, so I need to be careful with what I'm doing. But I'm thinking these suites are going to be 4 blocks long, 3 blocks wide. So, 12 blocks inside. And I can, make them... I'll make them 2-story. And then we can make the... So let's see here. Let's say... 111. So, right here. So it's at 5, 6, 7. So this would be the full height of a suite, adding 1 more. And then if the suite is going to be 4 blocks long, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I just need to bring this up. Okay, so that's the base length, or the base width of it. So now I'm going to strip it. I think the strip logs are going to look better. If you'll notice, I had to get a new axe. Oh. Okay, so I'm actually going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to go ahead and put in the flooring before actually making the exterior build. So I'm just going to convert all of this into oak planks. I already know I'm using oak planks for this. Alright. So the suite itself is going to have the base structural stuff. So it'll have oak flooring and then spruce walls. So I'm going to have windows for these suites as well. They'll be... I guess they'll just be the normal window, but I want to tint them white. Which I can go to the nether and get bone blocks to make them white. But I'll dye them white to give it that aspect. Oh yeah, we're in the winter area. The snow area. Whoops. But yeah, so let's go ahead and put in this flooring. So, well, first of all, we need to put in the wall. So it's going to be like this. and go across. And we'll do the same thing up here. If I could place blocks correctly. Like that. So that'll be the base design for it. And then, of course, the stained white glass pane windows. So now the suite is going to be 1, 2, 3. So the suite, this is the base area of the suite. So I just need to do that. Let's see. 4 more times, and then we'll reach the center. So I'm going to go do that 4 more times. Alright, so I've returned. Here's what I've kind of come up with. So I kind of realized the hallway can't exactly be 4 blocks long because where the suite's going to go. So I kind of did this. The last one jits in. And then it goes out. So now the walls, obviously, between the suites have to be put up. However, thinking, how about no windows on this side? And just kind of have this go up. Working in the snow is going to be a little hard, because obviously the snow is just going to pile up everywhere. But I can make do with that. So I'm going to bring this up. Like this. Boom. So that's kind of what one wall will look like. And then there'll be windows going down. Yeah, because having... Well... You know what? What if I did these kind of windows? These short ones. I think that'd look good. Yeah, I kind of like that. So I'll do the same on the other side. However, I need to see how long this build is actually going to be. So I'm thinking 4 block long hallway, I'll just have a 4x4 area in the middle that will disperse into the 4 main hallways. And then in that 4x4, well, I'll have to figure that out, because there's 37 enchants. Yeah, when new enchantments come to the game, it's going to be terrifying to have to redo this. But I think I can just do this for now. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go make the whole pathway. Alright, it's the sunrise of day 43, I think. Might be day 42, I don't know. But I do know. This is kind of what the layout's gonna look like. Obviously, there'll be flooring and walls. However, this is kind of what it'll look like. So the villagers, they'll have the lectern, they'll have a bed, and then they'll have an area where everything can go up and chill, and I don't know how it'll work yet. Okay, no, this is definitely day 42. I don't know what it was all about. But now we gotta design the middle area, and I was gonna put a mending villager in the middle area, but now I'm kind of wondering if that's the move, because it's just gonna look bad. It's gonna look awful. Now, what I could do is make the middle area an underpass and have doors leading to the hallways, and then there'll be a big middle, top part, like a dome, and it'll be a 2-story suite with the dome included. That doesn't sound actually that bad now I'm thinking about it. I think I'm gonna do that. So the middle area will be an underpass, but above will live the mending villager. And there'll be walls up with doors letting you in. I think it's a good idea. Alright, so I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go ahead and do the whole layout. So I'm gonna get another section done, and then I'll do an update. Okay, so I kind of got the layout for this next one. This is gonna be a slightly larger build than I thought. I have run out of wood, but I'm just gonna keep mining it out to get the layout in place. Yeah, we should be fine. I'm thinking about making a little garden area that has a overhang of like stone brick so that it doesn't get snowed on. And then I don't know, but this build's gonna look really good, I think. It will take a couple episodes, probably. I love just throwing these snowballs in random directions. I mean, it's not hitting the villagers, it's going way out there in the trees. Like, I have too many. I'm just gonna throw them off the ledge, but yeah. Yeah, so I'm just gonna keep going, and hopefully I don't run into a roadblock. I have seen a rather large ravine over here, but I don't think I'm gonna hit it. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep going. Alright, so I'm back with a little update. There is gonna have to be some big time terraforming going on here. That's not gonna be fun. Because as you can see, this is the top window right here for the end of this hallway. And I'm going to have to terraform this down, probably to this ravine level right here. Which is not going to be very fun to do. The rest of it looks like it'll be fine. But I am kind of worried about this hallway. It's going to be a little harder to do. This episode is going to get cut short a little bit because this is just taking so long to do. But I'm going to finish laying out the flooring and like all the hallways, and then I'm just going to stop for the day cuz it is getting kind of late. But yeah. But I'm just going to go work on this for a bit. Alright, so I'm back. I've done quite a lot. I ran out of oak planks again. This is gonna be a rather costly build. However, there's gonna be some significant terraforming that's gonna have to happen. But that's all I'm doing for this episode. This episode is rather short. It did take me a while to make, though. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed seeing me suffer doing all this. Yeah, getting the first major build here. I wouldn't consider my cabin the major build. I mean, it's relatively small. But yeah. I think today's Thursday, if I'm right. Yeah, so I'll see you tomorrow, Friday. We'll finish the honey farm. I can't really think, but yeah. See y'all.